Intel RealSense technology. Depth sensing technology. RealSense cameras feature 3 lenses, a standard 2D camera for regular photo and video, along with an infrared camera and an infrared laser projector. The infrared parts allow RealSense to see the distance between objects, separating objects from the background layers behind them and allowing for much better object, facial and gesture recognition than a traditional camera. The devices come in 3 flavors: front-facing, rear-facing and snapshot. 1 Realistic avatars. RealSense is really good at scanning faces and turning them into objects that can be used, not only in 3D printing but also in software. An application that replaces your real face with an avatar for video chats. After leaning in for a few seconds so that the software could scan the face, you were able to chat as a robot, a red-haired boy or an ogre. As we moved our eyes, eyebrows, lips, and cheek muscles, the avatar followed expressions closely. Unfortunately, it couldn't stick out its tongue because it doesn't detect the inside of your mouth. 2 3D scanning for 3D printouts. Though you won't be able to buy a system with a rear-facing RealSense camera until later in the year, Intel has a prototype tablet that can scan people's torsos and then 3D print them as decorative crystal paperweights. The potential is there to create not just interesting paperweights, but fully functional 3D printed objects. Just imagine 3D scanning one screw and so you can print out another one. 3 Green screening without a screen. If you're doing a video chat and want someone to see your face, but not the messy living room behind you, a program called Personify will automatically remove the background and replace it with a graphic or a plain white space. In the past, you needed to film against a solid color background to separate your torso from the objects behind you, but RealSense's depth sensors can tell the difference on its own. Imagine doing a podcast about outer space with animated stars behind you instead of your basement paneling. Picture yourself doing a video call from home with your boss and showing a blank white space behind you, rather than the wall your toddler just scribbled on. 4 Measuring distances in pictures. With photos taken on the tablet, you were able to measure the distance between 2 points by drawing a line on the picture with finger. For example, the software told us that the radius of a bike wheel in a photo was 27 inches. Unfortunately, the software can't calculate everything. 5 Photo layer editing and focusing. When you opened a photo of a vegetable stand and selected refocus from the editing menu, you were able to blur or sharpen each set of vegetables, just by tapping on them. Applying filters to the different layers on an ice cream stand photo so that the ice cream and the torch lights above the stand were in full color, but the buildings behind it were grayscale. 7 Accurate gesture control. You can do gesture control with a regular 2D camera, but it doesn't always work well, particularly if your hand blends into the background or you put one hand in front of another. RealSense can easily distinguish all your fingers from each other and from your body and the world behind you. 8 Gaming with your body. A good used case for RealSense's gesture control is playing games. RealSense games can use other body parts as controls. In a Lego racing game, a speedboat right and left by tightening your neck. When you navigated up a ramp and jumped into the air, you could lift your hands to grab power-ups. 9 Object avoidance. How do you make sure your new drone doesn't run into someone else's drone when you take it for a flight in the park? Intel showed off a sample drone with RealSense cameras on each side, allowing it to see how far it is from other objects and adjust its course to avoid a collision. Thanks for watching.